Drop dubs, hit routes, so yeah, we on the move. From the paint to the pocket, got nothing to prove. Precision in the pass, rhythm in the run. Every play, every day, till the work is done. Yeah. Step on the field, I'm reading the D. Eyes wide open, ain't fooling me. Pump fake, sidestep. I'm breaking the press from baseline to sideline. I'm bringing my best. Snap back, quick glance. I'm calling the play. Hoop dreams and touchdowns. I'm making my way. No look behind the back. Fred in the scene. Every angle, every shout. I'm chasing a dream. Drop times, hit routes in the deep, no doubt. From the field to the hardwood, hear the crowd shout. Pass it, dish it, through traffic. We find.
What is up, everybody? Appreciate you for tuning in to another edition of the Passion and Precision podcast. We are back, as the title says. Week has been a lot. We got some major stories to talk about. What's going on, Sijin? Appreciate you coming through already. Anybody else tuning in? Make sure that you kind of let us know you're here in the chat. Say what's up. Anything we talk about, we want to hear from you. We love the back and forth with you all. Whether you agree or disagree with us, please feel free to drop that in the chat. What's up, Kerm? How you doing? So, hopefully Key will be in a few moments. But before we get into everything, we got Jory here, professional Hellraiser tonight. How are you, Jory?
I'm over it. That's all you need to know. I'm over it. This week's been a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. It's very tiring, taxing on the emotions, on the brain, with all the logic and the thinking that you have that had to come into fruition this week.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
I mean, between rehab stints, you got Tiger drunk behind the wheel.
High. Yeah. He was high.
High, drunk. He was all that.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, of him just sitting there and yeah. And what was his little response? Talking to the president. Buddy, what?
What is Trump going to do for you?
Well, I mean, Trump does like to pardon people he likes. What's going on, Key?
Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up?
It's been a minute.
I know it's been a minute, but it's a very special episode. And because for some reason, the damn media like to have my damn quarterback's name in their mouth. So, I had to come up and talk about it. We got some other stuff to talk about too as well.
Yes, we will actually talk about that for sure. Kerm, we're actually going to start with this. Because Kerm wants to know what's going on with Puka Nacua.
He crazy.
I'll tell you what's going on with him. He's in rehab. When these people do their thing, they get in a little trouble. Just tell me go to rehab. They'll fix it all. So, Puka, according to it, because his attorney made a statement. I made sure to get it here. Because last month, there was a woman in LA that filed a lawsuit against Puka, saying he made some anti-Semitic statements, which we've learned a little about Puka. Not necessarily going to deny that he might have done that. This is on New Year's Eve, and then he later bit her. And I think Morbid was he had passed out or something. He woke up and just bit her on the shoulder. Clearly, Puka's living that wild life. Let's see. So he was in rehab for a period of time before the allegations broke. He's scheduled to be there for a little while longer. The lawsuit says Nacua cites gender violence, assault and battery, and negligence. Of course, Puka denies it all, because that's what everybody does.
We saw the pictures.
But he says he has video evidence that underscores that the plaintiff's behavior and actions are inconsistent with the allegations being made. So he's going to complete the program. He'll complete the program in plenty of time to be involved in all the Rams OTAs. Good to see where your head's at. How about you get the help first and then worry about OTAs? So, with all of that, I guess, what was your reaction to this Puka news? I mean, we talked about him before with statements that he's made about, concussions and other stuff where he kind of comes across as, I guess, a jock, if you want it, like a stereotypical kind of
A meathead.
tell jury. What were your thoughts on this Puka situation? I feel like we have to first say if he recognized he needed help and he's in rehab for that, good for him. But yeah, what were your thoughts when you saw the Puka news?
I have never in my life met somebody who goes to rehab because they don't know how to behave.
Right.
What the hell? You mean to tell me that just being a normal human being and having a little bit of decency and decorum
Mm-hmm.
is so hard that you need to go to rehab because you're a prick? I mean, being quiet is free. Didn't nobody tell you to bite that woman? And it wasn't like a little nip. It wasn't a nibble. He bit her.
He
You
was
saw the teeth mark.
he was channeling his inner Evander Holyfield.
I mean, and when you see Puka smile, I'm like, he looks like a biter. But still, that don't mean you bite that woman. You wake up from whatever alcohol and induced slumber you're from. Wake up, hungover, and then what the hell?
Didn't it say she was like dancing on him too? So she's just
If
dancing on
she's
this
doing
dude.
you a favor, and your ass is just the hell?
Hey, it's the
Are
off
you
season.
3? Are you 20? Are you in your 20s? Are you 3?
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
sorry. Somebody bite me. We fighting. I'm sorry.
exactly, you bite me, and that'll be the last thing you bite
Right.
because all the teeth going on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And we already saw him in the middle of the street, drunk, doing Lord knows what, being Puka. So you've been caught in public intoxicated. You're a known anti-Semitic. You're an idiot, and now you bite people. One, being quiet is free.
Mm-hmm.
And I know your mother taught you to keep your teeth to yourself. Unless instructed otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to go to rehab because you just don't know how to act and you have issues, that sounds like you need to go to therapy, not rehab.
Yeah.
Let's get under let's there's something going on. Or you're just what you are, you're an idiot and you're a prick. Good for him to see that he's a prick and he's trying to solve it, but the solution is not spend money in rehab. The solution is to shut the fuck the hell up and don't bite people.
Seems pretty
That's
simple.
the solution.
I feel like I feel like we the little kids. Don't bite people. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your mouth to yourself. What are we kids? You gotta go biting people. I mean, that wasn't no like love nibble. He left imprint in her.
Yes. I'm like, what the poker?
Yeah. Look, it's kind of another line of odd things that we've heard about Puka, we've learned about Puka. And once again, the off season, some athletes just don't know how to act. They without the regimen of the day to day life of being an athlete, some guys just don't know what to do with their free time.
Well, look, we already knew that the Nakua house is a little off because look what his brother did. Stole a car from one of the Lakers.
Yeah, like yeah.
Because he thought it was Puka's car.
Which how do you not know your brother's car?
Look, y'all don't be paying attention enough. Because listen here, my mom, I can tell my mom's car from 1,000, from like a one out of 250,000 of the exact same damn vehicle. I can tell hers apart.
Mm-hmm.
Pay
Right,
attention.
exactly. But I mean, I guess we'll see how this Puka story progresses. If there's anything that comes from any lawsuits or anything like that, we'll obviously update all of that and bring our spin on it if there's any updates. Let's move because we went through this last off season where it seemed like he was the topic of every NFL talk show, every NFL opinion piece was all about dissecting the Eagles' inner workings and all funneling it towards Jalen Hurts. Well, this offseason, we're getting it again. So now we have, I want to make sure I have the right person here. Was it, who's the ESPN writer? Oh, Fowler and McManus. And the big takeaways from the report, Eagles dysfunction began with the 2025 offseason, so last offseason. Then there's Hurts reportedly that failed play call in the wild card loss was clearly all Jalen Hurts. And there's another one. Oh, that Hurts and Brown, their relationship started fraying at the end of the 24 season. Those are the
We
main
know
points.
that.
I feel like that part of it, people were like, okay. But now it's, the failed play call was him. It's he's not the easiest to coach. All this other stuff coming in now. And we know when teams are successful, writers and all that will try to find little things to pick at. So now the way that last season went, even though Key was on here all the time, other Eagles fans were talking about Patullo's system, how predictable it was. Patullo's gone. So can't even get to the Sean Mannion era to see what the offense looks like. We're hammering Jalen Hurts over stuff from last year, and apparently it's all his fault. Part of it, maybe because Jalen Hurts doesn't say a lot, that they keep going at him. But Key, I guess as an Eagles fan, I got to ask this. I guess how much blame are we supposed to put on Jalen for the current state of the Eagles organization?
So if you was in a system where your plays was predictable, you would change them bitches too at the line.
Mm-hmm.
You would change the play. Sorry, Blue got his he got a bottle of rose. It's his toy. So that's what he's chewing on right now. So if you hear squeaking, that's Blue. So you would change the plays too if KP's offense was trash. You can see Hurts' body. I forget what game it was. You can see what Hurts' body language is when they calling the play. And in his mind, he like, you are really calling this BS again? Or this is what we going with? So it's been time. Saquon will come out and say, yes, Jalen changed that play. It was for positive yards.
Yeah.
Again, y'all criticized this man for not throwing the ball. Y'all clearly see he can throw the ball. Mm-hmm. Did y'all not watch the Super Bowl? Did we not watch the Super Bowl? We clearly see he can throw the ball. Mm-hmm. Then y'all just want him to throw 44 touchdowns and 5,000 yards in a game. So when he did do that, he came to the press conference. This is what y'all wanted, right? He did. Y'all crucified this man for how he rose when putting pieces around him to win. So now we crucifying teams for crucifying a team for the GM doing his job, putting players in places so they can win a championship. I thought that was the goal. Overall, win the Super Bowl. I thought no matter how you got there, I thought that's how you would do that, right? Yep. Put pieces around. Well, we didn't have Jalen. Jalen didn't care about being the highest paid quarterback. He wanted to make sure the contract was good enough for the team to get pieces in place so this team could win a championship. Outplayed Patrick Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl. We won one, we lost one. Mm-hmm. Outplayed them twice. If we would have won that one, he would have been MVP there too. What are we doing? What else does this man got to do? So now y'all got to spew all this garbage in the media. This is why I hate Philadelphia. Just all the media in general, especially Philly. I hate it. Now it was the AJ thing for months. Kept telling y'all AJ's not going nowhere. Y'all don't. It's 32 teams in this league, but y'all choose to pick on one every single time I turn on ESPN. I see that bird on TV. What are they talking about us now for? Oh, AJ Brown's going to the Patriots. I know you was tired of hearing that. AJ Brown, Patriots, first round pick, second round pick, blah, blah, blah. He's not going nowhere. AJ ain't going nowhere. So now y'all saying, oh, well, Hurts was hated in the locker room. He can't be coached. Excuse me? Have we not seen his career throughout college into now? What happened? He got benched for Tua, right? Okay, cool. Tua ended up winning that game. But what happened when Tua stunk it up? Who they put back in? Jalen Hurts.
Jalen.
And what he do? Won the game. So I just don't understand what hate this man don't. He's confident about his game. He goes out there and win. He don't say much. He's never in the media. He's not with the rah-rah. He's all about his business. He's very private. This man stays in the house. He's very selective of who he hangs out with. And Devontae Smith personally came out and said this. Mm-hmm. He has a few who he hangs out with. He's married. What else is he? He just wrote a children's book. How is he hated? How is this man hated? I don't understand. What? So what, you just want him to talk trash? I know it's mainly because he don't talk. Jalen Hurts do talk trash. Did you not hear what he said to Chris Jones?
Yes.
Victory formation. Don't care how we won the game. Oh, you only had 100 yards. Shut your ass up. We won the game. Come on in there. Jalen Hurts will talk some shit now to you. Just because you don't hear it all the time, he will talk some shit to you.
That man is from Houston.
So because he's not flashy, he's not Joe Burrow, he's not Stafford, he's not Lamar, he's not Josh Allen, who nobody talks about, but it's always the one who went out there and won a damn Super Bowl and got a ring. Y'all want to talk about this man. Nobody is crucifying Justin Herbert. Where's the excuses for Herbert? Oh, yeah, Herbert's a good quarterback. Oh, he had different coordinators. Never won a playoff game. Haven't sniffed the playoff win. Josh Allen, this was his time because you had no Mahomes. You had none of the major people. They took out Kansas City. Yep. Where's his excuse?
Lamar.
For how many years? Lamar. Oh, 2-time MVP. They already got the odds on him right now. He's going to win next year. Off of what basis? Off of what grounds? What are we doing? But nobody wants to talk about. Y'all want to talk about my quarterback every single damn day. It's annoying. What else do you want this man to do? If he fart wrong, y'all probably going to talk about it. What do you want him to do? What else do you want him to do?
I mean, there have been some parallels, but yeah, keep going. Sorry.
So now they're saying, they're not Jeffrey. It's rumor. I don't know if it's true. Now they're saying, they're not going to extend him. Okay,
I
well,
would
that's
assume
fine and
would.
dandy. He's contracted up until 2028. We still got time to extend him if need be. Why are we starting this BS? And who the hell is in the locker room? Who's snitching? It's Kevin Petrulio. He's not even in Philly no more. He all the way his ass in Miami starting shit. That's why his ass is going.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, because I'm like, the fact that this man gets fired and all of a sudden Jalen Hurts had a hand in it and da 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 da. I'm like, this ain't shit but Patullo. This don't reek of nobody else but Patullo putting that out there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, why? And you sounding like a bitter baby mama because you got fired because you don't know how to do your job properly.
Now you about to go to Miami and be trash down there too.
Poor Malik. Like, we've seen Jalen do it on the highest of high levels in college. We've seen it here. Like, and he does it. Y'all don't give him the excuses like y'all give Lamar, who's done less than more,
Mm-hmm.
or with the same amount of talent.
Yeah.
We're not doing this with Josh Allen.
Well, some of it is conversations are a little different because Hurts has actually won. And we all know once you do win, they put different parameters around you when they talk about you. And I feel like that part of it Hurts can understand, that they'll be more critical now that he's won of, hey, when are you going to win that next one? That's what media's here for. That's what they always do. Now, I do agree with both of you. These other quarterbacks who are out there, they should be talking more about them, which I didn't even know that Lamar was the odds-on favorite to win MVP again.
That just annoyed the shit out of me.
That right there should be reason enough to be talking about him. The fact that he's could be in line for a third MVP and can't sniff a Super Bowl. That's a problem.
And I don't know what they think the Baltimore Ravens are really gonna do with a rookie damn head coach.
Well, the perception
what the fuck do you think he's gonna do?
I think the perception is Minter, with his defensive mind, is going to fix the issues that Harbaugh and his staff couldn't fix defensively. And if you fix the defense, Lamar and Derrick Henry will carry the offense far enough that they should finally get it done. Here's my talking point against that. They couldn't win a division last year where Burrow and the Bengals were trash. The Browns were the Browns. And you had the Steelers with old man Rodgers. And late in the year, you had an opportunity to go to Pittsburgh, get a win, to put the division in your name, and you lost. That's with that same two-time MVP with Derrick Henry, with all that. They found a way to lose.
Back.
I mean, look, maybe if Derrick Henry wanted to, he probably could work his way out. But, it is what it is. And we also know part of that is there are so many media people that are ready to kind of throw in people's face once Lamar finally wins that title. That's where a lot of this comes from. Because watch, if the Ravens do win it all, wait, you think that was Lamar's fault? I'm just talking about the Ravens in general. There's a lot of blame to go around for how their season went. Yeah. And I get it. That game was, the kicker missed it, whatever. Lamar didn't play a perfect game.
He had one job.
Right. So, yes, that comes down to the kicker. But that's a division that should not have come down till late in the season because Baltimore, on paper, was clearly the most talented team in that division.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's be serious. So, Baltimore is going to have a lot of pressure on them this season, even though I know if they fall short, it's going to be, well, they have a first-time head coach. Great. So keep moving along through Lamar's prime, and then maybe you'll get it all together when he's past his prime, and then what? But, yeah, the Hurts thing, Hurts' biggest quality is he's a winner. That should be enough, but it isn't. We've seen this. Look, as a Patriots fan, I've seen the hit pieces that they used to try to put on Tom Brady to make Peyton Manning look better, to make Drew Brees look better. When you win at a high level, there's always going to be people that are there to hate on you. And Key, you mentioned Philly is not necessarily the easiest city. So there's a lot of Eagles fans who are like, great, you won once. What have you done for me lately? And they see the turmoil playing out on the field. So naturally, people are going to look to the quarterback and say, why aren't you fixing this?
It's the head coach. It's
Well,
the head coach.
Nick had some part in that.
Yeah.
My thing is, if you know your offense is very vanilla and predictable, why is it? It's your job to fix it, Nick. It's your job to fix it because KP was your homie. That's what the issue was. It's your fault that we went down the same road with Brian Johnson. At least I can say with Brian Johnson, it wasn't predictable. He just ain't know what the heck he was doing. At least AJ still had over 1,400 yards of receiving and didn't make Hurts look like he didn't know how to play football. This offense last year made Hurts look like he didn't know what the hell he was doing. And that's an issue.
Yes. Yeah. AJ takes some blame too. Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean, everybody does. And look, if you're Nick Sirianni, you have to understand, or at least it should be a fear, that you have got to be the next one on the chopping block. Because like you said, Key, even if he didn't want to like overstep and step on his boys' toes and with the offense, if you see it going down, you got to make a change. Uh-huh. Give somebody else the headset. But Tua can stay on the staff. Give him some other position. But you just sat there and let it fail in front of you, then yeah, you get a lot of the blame as well. So if there's anybody that needs probably a quick start to this next season, unfortunately, it's probably going to be Jalen Hurts, because we already know the first time they lose and the offense looks disjointed, they're going to go right back to Jalen Hurts and wonder, because you already know the questions will come. You know, is he overrated? One-hit wonder. All that stuff is probably going to come up. Are we sure Ryan Day and Nick Sirianni aren't related? Hey, they put pressure on Ryan Day, and the man won a national championship to save his job. Uh-huh. So I get the connection. Okay.
I just think that it's ridiculous.
Y'all
nitpick. Yeah. If it's not that star, it's the bird.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm over it. Talk about somebody else.
It's 32. It's 31 other teams. Can we talk about somebody else? Talk about Pittsburgh. Where the hell is Aaron Rodgers at? Is he coming back?
Don't talk about them. I don't want to hear anything about Aaron Rodgers.
Look, was it his timeline? He was going to make a decision by mid-March.
Let's go 3 hours. Let's go 3 hours up north. Let's talk about the other team in Pennsylvania. Let's talk about the teams in New York. Can we not talk about the Eagles every single day? What is the point? This just gets annoying.
Yeah.
And as somebody who's a fan of a smaller market team, talk about Cam Ward. The hell?
Talk about Jacksonville. They talking about somebody having a game in Orlando. Why can't we talk about this? Let's talk about something positive. How about Dan Orlowski's son Madden on NFL Live singing the Eagles fight song? Oh, it's Autism Awareness Month. If y'all didn't cry over that shit, I don't know why. I don't know. Y'all not human, because I was bawling my eyes out.
Because they do that. I guess they do that normally every year with Autism Awareness, and that's like probably like the most wholesome thing you see on ESPN every year, because you can tell, like, Madden seems like a great kid, and Orlovsky loves his son to death. And I thought it was cool Devontae Smith giving him the swag bag and all that, like that kind of stuff during the offseason. You love stuff like that.
And this is, again, why y'all not talk about something positive? The Eagles, I think, is one of the only stadiums who has a sensory section of the stadium for the autism, because they're here, they don't like loud
They're
noise.
sensitive.
Right.
They're sensitive.
They got their own sensory room. And I thought it was the cutest that Swoop had the head, like the doll Swoop had the headphones on. That was too adorable. It was adorable. And they got a $15 million donor to donate to the Eagles Autism Foundation. So but we talking about Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. And also the AJ Brown thing, I've been hearing like all week with Boston radio these reports that there's a handshake deal that's going to happen June 2nd, and AJ Brown's going to be in New England. And I'm like, so I got to wait till June 2nd for this story to go away? Because obviously if it doesn't happen June 2nd, then they can't talk about it anymore, because at that point, the cap ramifications are whatever, and it doesn't make any difference. So at that point, he'd probably stay in Philly. If I got to wait till June 2nd for this story to die, like that's way too much. Kerm says, I get tired of them talking about the Cowboys. Your owner loves that. That's a difference.
Oh, and I can never get tired of talking about the Cowboys in the media. That's hilarious.
Jerry Jones loves that, so that's never going away.
That's never going to stop.
Man, you late for April Fool's jokes. You get the first. That's it. We're on the third. You don't get to do them anymore.
Right. Eagles ain't about to take that dead cap hit. I mean, it worked out in Howie's favor with Wentz, but we can't afford to do that again.
Yeah. Can you believe you even said Shedeur was better than Jaden Daniels? Yeah, that's...
Who said that?
That's that special drug.
Who said that? Like, put a name on it.
It was... Oh, you're saying the AJ Brown? No. Trust me. Every day there's a report about what the Patriots are offering. You know, will the Eagles just, I guess, be forced to do it because no other team wants to? That part of it is absolutely true. Like they're just looking at it because Vrabel's there. AJ Brown has talked before about liking the Patriots organization as a kid or something. So they automatically just made the connection based off of last year. But based off of last year, they all assume the Eagles just don't like AJ Brown, and they're ready to get rid of him.
AJ Brown's behavior last year.
And Shedeur is going back to 2. That was in the news.
Yeah, that's gonna unlock Shedeur now. The number.
Kiss my ass with that bullshit. Like, what the fuck?
But Taba just told you, Deion fans are the ones saying that Shedeur is better than Jaden Daniels.
You know what? Let me tell all the Sanders stands, the Sanders plans, the Sanders ass kissers, the carpetbaggers. Let me tell y'all asses something right damn now. Ain't no way in hell that y'all took everything that y'all saw last year, compared it to what you saw versus Jaden Daniels' first year, and say that Shadeur's resume is better than Jaden Daniels.
Man went to an NFC Championship game.
That's bullshit, and the other team won 5 games.
Yeah.
That is, I get tired of this ass kissing narrative. Now what? Shedeur is better than Jalen Hurts. And the next, if I see somebody in real life that say that, I'm hitting their ass. I will get an assault charge for that bullshit. Because why? What the?
Yeah.
What? I understand Prime is who Prime is, and Shedeur, we all want to see him succeed. But it gets to a point where wanting somebody to succeed is in saying delusional, untrue, factual, proven to be factually false bullshit.
Shedeur, look.
He did that to himself.
Here was the issue, right? And Deion was actually probably smart with this. whenever he talked Travis Hunter, he always talked Shador Sanders. They were linked all the time. I think most people would say Hunter was the better prospect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was Shador a 5th-round prospect? Probably not. He probably should have been drafted
Third.
2nd, 3rd round, maybe. But the stories about the pre-draft process and everything, that pushed that out a little further. My whole thing is, who cares? You got drafted. I know it's a difference in money. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But if you're good enough, you're going to make that money up anyway.
You don't need it.
Well, that's different, because he is a Sanders, the same way, and Jory, I know you don't want to hear this name, the same way Bronny got a lot of attention because of his last name. It's the same thing that happened with Shador. But now, off of last season, Shador's going to have to do some proving once again this year, because I've already seen Browns fans losing their mind at the fact that Deshaun Watson could factor into the starting job, and they just are mad that they're not just handing it over to Shador automatically. Who's talking about?
No, Jimmy Haslam is going to
What's
try
up,
to get
Anthony?
any type of return.
So, Anthony, the what we're talking about is Tapa said that Deion fans are saying that Shador is a better quarterback than Jaden Daniels, which none of us agree with. That's the most asinine thing you could say, but that's who's talking about your quarterback. Although Jaden Daniels, hopefully he stays healthy this year.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing bad. It wasn't nothing bad. It was good.
Yeah, but hopefully
They sound
Jaden
like
Daniels stays
Falcons
healthy.
fans.
I like watching him play.
They sound like Falcons fans. Ridiculous.
Dan Quinn was a fool for that one. He should have just, when Mariota was actually playing okay, he should have just shut down Jaden and let him heal. But y'all gonna put him back in for him to get hurt again.
Mm-hmm. Sanders might not be. The Browns can't draft a quarterback. Browns fans will burn that stadium to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
All for namesake, not so much talent anymore. Yeah. Well, it's because people like Deion, so they obviously want to see his kid do well. Doesn't work for Shiloh, though. Nobody cares about Shiloh.
Well, Shiloh doing his own thing. He don't care if he plays football or not.
Right.
I'm like,
Okay, wait. Trust me, we will talk Arch Manning because that's another one. I'm gonna put my hand up right now. I don't see it. I'm gonna need to see a lot from him this year in Texas.
Colts fans are already clamoring for him. Y'all have Daniel Jones. Settle down now. Y'all have
Right.
Danny Jones and Anthony
Mm-hmm.
Richardson. You're fine.
Which, how's that trade going?
He has no value.
Like,
How do
They
you
probably
expect a trade for
they
somebody
probably
who broke
laughed.
their own orbital bone?
they probably
With a
laughed at his
damn-
face when he came with his trade request. They were probably like, "Sure, go find one. We'll be waiting."
I hope that was a reality check.
I mean, if it wasn't, then there's nothing that's gonna wake that dude up.
Because I'm like, don't nobody want you.
Yep.
And who would want somebody who broke their own orbital bone in their eye socket with a workout band pregame?
When you had an opportunity to start,
Mm-hmm.
either you have the worst luck ever, or you were just you're just
Careless.
not fit for this.
But he wants to trade. Ain't nobody trade for him.
You
Right.
took yourself out of the game. Do you think people are just gonna forget that?
Quarterbacks don't take themselves out. You ain't a wide receiver. You're not a running back. You don't patch your helmet to come out. Excuse me. You never tell nobody you want to come out.
Yep.
Take some extra time in a huddle. Do something, but don't take yourself out.
I
The
mean,
Colts
he's-
fans are talking about how they would love to have Arch Manning as like namesake. I'm like,
yeah, get the good old days of Peyton.
Peyton Manning don't fuck with y'all.
I really don't. But they still got love for him. Let's see.
He does not mess with the Colts. He messes more with the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Anthony,
because
we talked about Jalen Hurts a little earlier.
yeah.
Basically,
And
we're all over it.
over it.
Yeah. All
You
right.
got
So
to go back and watch the replay on that.
yes. So going from one situation that we're over to one that we're kind of quickly getting over. Jaden Ivey, where
Oh
everybody and
God.
their mama got an opinion over. Just open TikTok, look at Instagram for 2 seconds, you'll find somebody with some opinion. Uh, Jaden Ivey made some comments that the Bulls deemed detrimental to the team, and they released him. Now the fight has become, was his religion on trial, and that's what got him fired, as people keep saying. He got fired from the Bulls. He was released.
He got fired on his day off. He was Craig.
Hey, like I said, these athletes when they're not around the team, because he's been rehabbing his leg injury. But yeah, so it's more so you have one section that say Christianity is on trial, even though, oddly enough, just watched interview after the game. She talked about he is risen. She mentioned God all the time. I didn't see anybody lose their mind. So there's a way you can promote your Christianity without doing what Jaden Ivey did. So, well, I guess if you need to be caught up on it, he made comments about Pride Month, which oddly enough, Pride Month's been around since 2016, but his fourth year in the league, he has a problem with it. He said he's recently turned his life to Christ because he's dealt with addictions and all this kind of stuff, which good for you for turning your life around. But then it got a little odd with these live streams where he's, going at Steph Curry and LeBron and Michael Jordan, talking about they don't know Jesus. Bold claim, unless you know them like that. He made comments about abortion, all this kind of stuff. And even some other players have showed support. Travion Henderson posted a Bible verse in support. Mike Vrabel, Jory knows better than this. You knew Mike Vrabel wasn't going to let that slide. Vrabel basically said, we're a league about inclusion. Just educate yourself a little bit, all this kind of stuff. So with all of that, I guess, your thoughts on the Ivy situation, I guess, is he being persecuted for his faith, or is it more so his, I guess, inflammatory language more so?
he got cut because of his inflammatory language towards other people and the shit he was doing in the locker room.
So
That
Tom
one
said,
right there. That's facts.
Then I agree with that. At the same time, when it comes to months like Pride Month, Black History Month, Women's History Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, and stuff like that, those are usually celebrating oppressed minorities and ethnicities.
but I do have an answer to this. November is Veterans Awareness Month.
It sure is.
They have a month. Just wanted to let you know. So they absolutely do have. But,
so, things like that, I understand. Like you said, if not everybody knows that. Not everybody's gonna know that Veterans Month is in November. But there's ADHD Awareness Month in October.
Each month there's something you would never know unless you Google it or something.
Unless you Google it or something.
Yeah. Especially since some months have multiple ones, and that's where it can get confusing as well. But yeah, they do have one.
October's Breast Cancer and Awareness Month, and it's ADHD Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing about the whole thing is not about the religion. Don Staley is very religious.
Mm-hmm.
There's Veterans Day, there's Memorial Day, There's Labor Day for people who work. Veterans Day, there's Memorial Day, and then in November that's Veterans Awareness Month.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like a Pearl Harbor
Yeah,
Day. Like, there's something for like everything. Is just whether or not it gets I guess publicized.
notified, no, yeah,
Yeah.
publicized. But it's not about his religion. And to all of these evangelical Christians who just are bigoted, you make the rest of us look bad. You push people away, you judge people, and you take things into account, not knowing that, not taking into account that the text that you're citing, that you're weaponizing,
Mm-hmm.
has been changed and changed and changed and changed. So unless you have a degree in theology and you're spewing all this bullshit, you sound like a nutcase.
Yeah. I mean, especially look,
And
but like I said, it's fine that he, gave his life to Christ. He found something to believe in. Like,
mhm.
nobody is mocking that, because that part of it, zero problems with. But like you said, Jory, it's now like these people on the outside who are standing with him that don't understand that a lot of these teams, they'll have chaplains and all that are surrounding the team, that pray with the team and all that. Like, religion is in there. It's just that Ivy wanted to take it as he fixed his life, so now it's who else his life is that, unrighteous, because that's his main thing. You going to reporters and asking them about fornicating before marriage, look, I don't care what you got going on, that's just wrong.
And
Isn't that
somebody should have reported his ass for sexual harassment because that's exactly what that was.
like it's none of his business? Like, what?
That is harassment. And for you to sit here and try to judge your teammates
Mm-hmm. I mean, even this statement,
and
the NBA is big on um,
Black History
Black
Month,
History
Hispanic
Month.
Heritage Month, all of it.
Yeah,
NBA is big on inclusivity. And to all of these idiots who are talking about they're pushing it on our children and da 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 da. If your kid gonna grow up to be gay, they're gonna be gay. That has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with it. I've seen people from super straight religious households just be as gay as hell.
and he absolutely did try that. And people don't realize Anthony Edwards, yes, made comments. Anthony Edwards also apologized right after,
Yes.
and then got with like people within that community, did work with them, so he could have a better understanding. I don't understand why people haven't picked up on that, because I saw this too. Topic everybody when they were talking about it was like, well, Anthony Edwards said it, but I guess because Anthony Edwards averages 30, he's fine. No,
No, he corrected the behavior. He
yeah,
made it right. He apologized. Because he really didn't mean no harm when he said it.
yeah.
So that is what Jaden was saying in trying to target people because they live a little bit different than he has is unrighteous. Sir, you were watching unrighteous videos. So what does that make you? You know, the Bible says, let he without sin cast the first stone. So why are you casting stones at people in your house is made out of glass?
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to sit up here and say, oh, my wife, she's in here, but she's not texting back, which was a lie. And then you're saying I was never loved as a child and all this other stuff, making everybody look bad. You go on this anti-Catholic rant. Dumbass. You can't have Christianity without having Catholicism.
And your mom works at the
And your
Catholic
mother works
school.
at Notre Dame.
That is the Catholic school. Like, Also, the people looking at her talking about go get your son and stuff. Look, Jaden Ivey's a grown man.
He's a grown ass man.
Right. Well, his mom. I'm sure his mama didn't mention it or said something to him, but he's grown. He ain't. He's not 15 where she has to step in. He's a grown adult. He's a professional basketball player. Of course, I'm sure she's probably saying, "Okay, I didn't raise him like this. Obviously, there's something wrong." I'm sure she tried to reach out from what he says. None of his family or wanted to deal with him. So you know what? That's it.
Yeah.
Because you probably asked their ass about fornicating and some other bullshit too. You
Like
know,
she just came off a loss in the Elite Eight. Y'all really gonna flood her with this bullshit for her son?
like,
Yeah, because I think doesn't she have a position with Team USA as well?
yeah,
And I felt like people were like,
You got better stuff to deal with.
but it's like people were telling her, how could you take that position when your son is whatever? That's her career. She's doing her job.
How do you think he became a basketball player? His mama. Come on now.
Yeah.
you're a grown man. At some point, you can't hold a parent responsible for what your child do, especially if they're doing like this knowingly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect people to hold my mama accountable for the shit that I do.
Right.
And if you try it, you better try it to me. Because if you try it to her, that's not going to end well.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to end well regardless, but she quicker than me. So, yeah, mothers are different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yeah, look, my thing is, Jaden Ivey made his opinion very clear.
His bed, now you got to lie in the shit.
Right. But it's like he made his opinion very clear. He's allowed to have his opinion. But people who reacted the way that they did, not supporting his opinion, they have that right as well. So if it's such a problem for Jaden Ivey, then guess what? Rehab your knee. I think it was broken leg as well. Don't go into free agency. Retire from the league and go play overseas somewhere.
like, no, go be a missionary. And
yeah, do that. I mean, look, we saw Maya Moore.
Go to Utah and be a Mormon.
They don't like black people.
But it's some black Mormons.
I mean, he might find a way.
They hate themselves.
He'll probably find a way to get
rebuttal for everything I throw at him.
he will probably find a way to get on their bad side. But it's like if Pride Month is such a big deal to him, then just don't participate in the league. Look, we saw Maya Moore. She left the WNBA for a bigger calling.
Heck yeah.
And Maya Moore was
I still don't like that man for that.
Look.
I still don't like that man for that.
For taking her away.
Great. She got him out of prison and married him.
Oh.
I mean,
Great.
I was just mad we were just robbed of some great Maya Moore years.
Yeah, and that's why I'm mad, and that's why I don't like that man.
I mean, he in the hall. She in the hall, though. She in the hall.
Yeah. Which is good for her. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, we'll see if Jaden Ivey pops up anywhere. Maybe he does do some missionary type stuff, which good for him. Go do your thing. Yeah.
And the thing is that he told the Bulls on March 26th that on March 25th that Jesus healed his knee, and then on the 26th they took an MRI and sat him out for the rest of the season.
That part of it was, yeah. I think he burst in and was like, Jesus healed my knee, and they did the MRI, and they're like, you're out for the year.
No. Oh my God.
As a mandatory for them, I mean, they're promoting inclusion.
I know NHL players I know hockey had a big issue with it.
Yes, the NHL is very different. Like,
yeah,
they tried it. There was only a few who were like down with it. A lot of them were like, no, we're not having it. And that's kind of the struggle that has happened in some of these leagues. Like the NBA was the first league to do it, like I said, in 2016, which oddly enough coincides with somebody getting into politics. Probably why it was needed, but neither here nor there. I think most players participate in it because they understand they're just being inclusive. Like there are fans of the league, part of that community, so they're being inclusive. I mean, look, we've
And
seen
that's another
players,
thing that makes me mad.
but there were players who were John Amici had to hide that fact about himself until he retired.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Don't
necessarily
we have a
fair
whole
to him.
ass rep that's gay?
Yeah.
Who was the other one? When did Jason something?
Collins.
Jason, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And he revealed his while he was still playing, and that was a big deal, and people treated him kind of whatever for doing that. It's like, all in all, he was a basketball player. Just off the court, he loved who he loved. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Like,
It's
what is it? Why can't people feel included? And
that's the whole thing.
not everybody is a Christian. I need other Christians to believe to really realize that not everybody believes in what you believe in, and that doesn't make them wrong. You practice your faith the way that you practice your faith, and you keep that and you apply it to yourself. You don't apply that shit to anybody else. Use my language.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we have this whole thing where we're judging other people. Think about what would Jesus do? Jesus. What would Jesus think of all this judgmental talk and calling people abominations and everything else? Didn't Jesus welcome outsiders? He welcomed non-believers. He welcomed everybody to the word of Christ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Believe it or not, some of these players are gay. They just haven't come out yet. And that would be because of the potential backlash that some players feel like if they were to come out like that. Like it's like, take for instance, look how much crap Cat gets for the way he acts on the court.
Saucy Cat.
I mean, a Cat hasn't necessarily, come out or anything, but people just assume that he is. Like Dwight Howard, I mean,
Dwight waited until all the goddamn signs were just going off. Sir, you had a whole ass injury. You remember that?
Yeah. Look, I think when it comes down to it, if we're going to judge players, we judge them for their ability on the court. What they
until they do some foul shit. That's it.
Right, of course. But it's like the moment they step out of that facility, that arena, they get in their car and they go home, guess what? That is their time.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Ivey doesn't have the authority to sit there and try to infiltrate people's homes and rule on them whether they're righteous or not. Like that's crazy.
That's God's job. That's not your job.
And as somebody who's also Christian, that's how I live my life. It's like, hey, if it's that bad, God will judge them anyway. I'm not going to sit here and try to play like I'm some perfect person either. And in the end, we're all just human beings.
Thank you.
No difference. So, like I said, Jaden Ivey, congrats on being a Christian. If you want to spread your message, maybe go about it a little differently next time. Try that.
Let's stop calling people an abomination and unrighteous because they don't live the way that you live, even though you've done deplorable things.
Mm-hmm. You want to change some people? Invite them over for some Bible study. Do that.
I wouldn't listen to a goddamn
I'm just saying, like,
if
he had come out and said, like, he went in the Bulls locker room and he was like, hey, who wants to read the Bible with me? Nobody would have cared. Matthew Slater, big religious person, within the Patriots locker room, he would lead Bible study every week. Players would show up, they talk about it. Jaden Ivey could have done that. Nobody would have cared.
Right.
But now, Christians acting like, oh, he's being persecuted. Religion is all through sports. Baseball players hit a home run. They point to the sky. Who do you think they pointing at?
Right.
The clouds?
Tim
This
Tebow was kneeling in the end zone. Only
This
reason why
man-
Tim Tebow was not in the NFL is because he was trash as a quarterback.
This man went on IG Live. The flight attendant had to tell him to turn his phone off.
Stop being addicted to IG Live. That's the first thing.
Oh, God.
You seen the
Live
flight
is
attendant in the
bullshit.
background, sir. You got to turn your phone off. We're about to go. Like,
IG Live has really given us some really.
Yeah.
I can name off a couple of notorious IG Live moments, but we're not going to talk about that.
Tapa, I put that comment under videos on TikTok and nobody would respond to me. Because the same people that are out there supporting Jaden Ivey are the same ones who trashed Kaepernick for what he did. The same ones who trashed the NBA bubble for daring to put social justice at the forefront. Those same people are the ones standing with Jaden Ivey. And you're going to tell me that what Jaden Ivey did was right. Riley Gaines loves Jaden Ivey now. And she's only notable because she can't swim. She came fifth. And people know more about her than the person who won the race. That's crazy to me. But, hey. And look, Kaepernick, he talked about he wanted to get back in the league, but Kaepernick started doing stuff in his community instead. He pivoted. Shout out to him. Now that we are in the NBA, well, let's get to on the court. The top four, because we're coming down to it's almost playoff time. Thank you. Season's been kind of long. Currently,
I'm not excited.
Well, we'll talk about that here in a second. We'll start in the East. Currently, your top four, you have the Pistons at 56-21. Still no Cade Cunningham yet, but they're still winning. The Celtics are 51-25 as the 2 seed. The Knicks are 50-28 as the 3 seed. Your Cavs are not yours, but the Cavs are 48-29 as the 4 seed. The obvious question would be who's the best team out of the 4? I'm gonna go differently. Who out of that 4 is on the shakiest ground going into the postseason?
And
Who do
why
you
is
have the
it
least
the
faith
Knicks?
in? The Knicks? Okay.
wait, what was the question?
Out of the Pistons, Celtics, Knicks, and Cavs, who do you have the least faith in going into the postseason?
It's between the Knicks and the Cavs, but
It's the Knicks for me.
It's the Knicks.
Okay.
They can't close a game.
Seems like that's been an issue.
Y'all not going. The Knicks aren't going to go far if they got Cat there, in my opinion. Cat, you should have moved on. Y'all should have traded Cat for Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all Cat ain't it. Cat about to get Mike Brown fired. Y'all, he's not. New York needs another guard to complement Brunson. Brunson can't always have the ball in his hands. I don't think he's a true point guard. He's a number 2. He's a 2. The Knicks need a point guard, in my opinion, to take some of that load off of Brunson.
Does Brunson lose effectiveness, though, if he's off the ball? Because he's a very ball-dominant player. And my problem with the Knicks is, and I say it all the time, your best player is a small guard. You are not winning at a high level in this league. It's just not going to happen. And I think they're going to run into that same problem again this year, whether it's like currently they would face the Sixers. Not going to lie, if you told me Embiid and Paul George and Maxey were healthy for 7 games, I could see a scenario where the Sixers upset the Knicks. If that happens, somebody check on Stephen A. Because Knicks fans are not ready for a first-round exit. That's the last thing they want to see.
Not coming off of last year.
Exactly. Thomas says coin flip between the Knicks and the Cavs. Yes. Feel the Magic can beat either one.
Hell no.
Here's the thing with the Magic, okay? The Magic need a point guard. They've needed one, have yet to get one. If you're going to tell me that Paolo Banchero is going to play efficient basketball, maybe. Unfortunately, he's an inefficient player right now.
Mhm.
Franz Wagner, I like, but he has some issues with his game as well. I think the Magic are a good team. I still don't think they're ready because their roster isn't complete. And there's questions about the coach. Unfortunately, even though he won coach of the year, but it seems like he's not getting through the players. Because you look at the last couple of weeks, every big game Orlando's had, they're getting blown out by like 20, 30 points.
Mhm.
That's not a good look going into the postseason. I don't
Didn't
even
they
know if the
just let
Magic get out
the
of the play.
Raptors? Didn't they
They got
just
blown
let
out
the
by the
Raptors
Raptors.
beat it
They've
by
been blown out by
30?
the Hawks. They've been blown out by
The
then they got blown
Lakers.
out by like the Hornets too. Like they are losing every big game down the stretch. They're a team that's begging to go to Cancun.
Get them snacks ready.
Okay. Book them flights. Don't play in tournament, lose the first game, call it a day. Um, I mean, I probably would agree that it is probably the Knicks. It is I guess, more than Cat. I'm not the biggest Bridges guy. We've seen Bridges go through stretches where he couldn't throw the ball into the ocean. OG Anunoby is very streaky from the perimeter. Sure, they got Jose Alvarado, but
That ain't no needle mover.
yeah.
What is he really gonna do?
Knicks fans love that move. Like that was going to put them over the top. It's like, cool. You got another New Yorker, so you guys feel like he's one of y'all. Sure.
Y'all can see Grand Theft Alvarado all the time.
Yeah, I mean, come talk to me when he's getting like posted up by every other point guard in the playoffs because he's kind of small. Love his energy though, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like you said, Key, he's not a needle mover.
And
Okay.
then you got Josh Hart smacking butt. It's like, what are we doing? Come like, why?
Did you hear what he said in the locker room? You're not righteous to
yeah,
the cat.
yeah.
I'm like,
I remember I
Jaden,
saw that video, and at first I was like, "Who said that?" And I was like, "It had to be Josh Hart. He's the
you
only
knew it was
one."
Josh Hart.
Yeah.
You're
And
not righteous. I'm
give
like,
Cat credit. Cat did not break from the interview. He gave a little quick look and just kept going.
look, Cat did a lot better than I would because I would have started Cat. I would have died. I'm like,
I'd have grabbed something just thrown at Josh.
but Jaden is starting to become a butt of a
Ooh,
joke, and
that's a
that's
good
that.
question. I'm going
So
to
Tapa,
say
we'll go over the top four in the West, and then we will answer this question because I do think it's a good one. So same thing with the top four in the West. You got the Thunder, 61-16. You have the 2-seeded Spurs, 59-18. Jory's Lakers are third, 50-27.
oh God.
With the Nuggets, 49-28 as the 4 seed. So same question. Now, because Luka is out for the rest of the regular season with the hamstring injury, and we know hamstrings can be tricky, does that make the Lakers the least favorable of the top four?
Yes.
They wasn't favorable in my opinion just because they number 3.
I mean, look, the Lakers are dealing with that. Denver dealt with injuries early on. They kind of stayed the tide, and now they've moved back up to the 4. I mean, Denver could be a dangerous team as the 4th seed. But
I'm still not gonna count out Denver because, like I said, did y'all not see what Joker did a couple nights ago? That was a grown man triple dub right there.
Mhm.
I forgot how many points he had: 19 assists, 22 rebounds, and then Murray had the video game numbers 53. Come on, man! Like I'm not counting out Denver.
Yeah, I mean, look, Joker takes on a lot of the offensive load, and he makes that offense go. So, Key, you say the Lakers. Jory, I'm going to assume you agree with the Lakers as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jory, since you're a Laker fan, I guess how devastating was the Luka news to you? Oh, she might have actually just stepped away.
First round.
Oh, there we go.
I hope he So we ended.
Right now, you'd be matched up with the T-Wolves, which
That's kind of favorable. But look, I'm at end it as soon as possible. End it
running to
ASAP.
the rescue. Oh, God.
Get the hell out of here. Don't play with my emotions.
Not what he
I'm
did last
upset.
night or the night before. Good God.
I saw the highlights with him dealing with that thunder pressure, and I was like, why is this man? Why is he out there?
That's why I turned that bullshit off and went to bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, y'all not gonna ruin my day.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I want to see what
Who's
JJ
favorite?
does. I want to see what JJ does like these 5 games without Luca. Like, what does he do with his rotation? Who gets those Luca minutes?
Bronny better not get them damn
I, I don't
things.
think JJ wants that headache. Lakers should win a first round series, but it's not a lock.
It's not a lock
Okay.
now. So look,
So, Mo, Mo, since you're in here, first up, what's up? Who's the favorable matchup for your Lakers? Would you rather see the Wolves? Who can catch the Wolves? No, Suns are 4 games back. I guess if the Wolves caught the Rockets, that's your most likely outcome.
I'd rather
Oh,
get the T-Wolves because they are a dysfunctional mess right now. So
okay, so you'd rather the Wolves over the Rockets.
actually, you know what?
Because remember, the Nuggets are only a game behind the Lakers. So if the Nuggets were to pass the Lakers, you would get the Rockets most likely.
Rockets, please. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, Rockets, please.
Okay. Mavericks fans put bad juju on Luca.
He didn't want to go. That was Nico.
Yeah.
Leave my damn point. Leave my Luca alone. He is a Laker now. Y'all need to get over that. Him and
Yes.
Austin are brothers. So
Rockets have been dysfunctional. Yes.
yeah, because Kevin Durant got his burner exposed and he called Jabari Smith a R word.
And whoever gets the Rockets in the first round, you win the first game or win the first 2 games, Kevin Durant is not dragging that Rockets team to no comeback. So you already know how to handle the Rockets team. All right, so now back to Tapa's question. Who in the East can match up with the top 3 favorites in the West, which the top 3 favorites right now would be Thunder, Spurs, Nuggets, because of the Luka injury. But yeah, who's best suited to beat one of those teams coming out of the East? And we'll say the Pistons have Cade Cunningham back. Obviously, we'll say Tatum will be a better version of himself with the Celtics. You have Mitchell with the addition of Harden with the Cavs, and the Knicks, I guess. Well, who'd you say, Jory?
Between the Celtics and the Pistons. I've been waiting so long to say that about Detroit. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, they finally went from that team that everybody was like, they're a piece away. Wait till next year. Now they're that team. Now if they just get Cade Cunningham back, they'll obviously be in a better situation. I do have some questions about them, but I could see if they made it to the finals, they could give a Western Conference team some trouble. Sure. I'm going to be a homer. I'm going to pick the Celtics.
Exactly. I knew you were going
there. Hey, I got to. And I'll say because of this. All of the talk, the same way Key talked about how she's tired of the whole Jalen Hurts stuff. I've been so tired about this Tatum versus Brown stuff. And Tatum came back and everybody's like, oh, Tatum's going to assume control. He's not going to let JB be JB. And it's like, Tatum has gone into Mavericks championship mode where he's fine being a facilitator who, during certain stretches, takes over and gets you a couple of buckets, but he still lets Jaylen Brown be Jaylen Brown. And I think that is the most dangerous version of the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Most
We saw
says
what they did to the Thunder.
that was a very impressive win. I mean, they actually had a pretty good week because they took down the Thunder, then took down the Hawks, who are one of the hot teams, and then took down the Hornets, who, not going to lie, of the play-in teams, the Hornets are probably the one team that I feel like could make a little noise against one of the top teams. I'm not buying into the Magic. Y'all know I'm not buying into the Heat. And I've never been a big believer in Toronto. I give Toronto a little more credit, though. They're better than I thought they were going to be.
They're cute.
Yeah. That's who they are. Mo says Celtics are the best equipped as long as Tatum continues to get his legs under him. Pistons don't have enough firepower to win it all. That's my question with the Pistons. If Cade has a couple of off nights, who would be that player to assume that scoring role? If you're going to tell me Tobias Harris turns into the best version that we've ever seen of him,
no.
You're going to tell me Duncan Robinson's going to go on some heater and shoot like 45, 50% from three for a whole series? I just don't see it.
You know who they originally bought in to do that? And because he was so damn toxic, they had to trade his ass to Chicago.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally what they had. Ivy as a guy who was supposed to create off the dribble, get to the rim, all that. But yeah. Magic are the biggest disappointment. I don't know. Clippers might be knocking on that door.
The Clippers are a team full of dinosaur bones. I don't know what y'all really expected out of them.
That's also a good
And after they traded James Harden, I really knew they weren't going to do anything.
But oddly enough, they played better when they got rid of Harden and Zubac. Yeah. Wemby or Jokic would be a problem with anyone in the East. I feel like Jokic would be more of a problem.
Yeah.
Jokic, look, he's not athletic, but the man's crafty. Like,
his shot is ugly, but it go in.
He knows every little trick in the book to get just enough positioning to get a shot off.
Big old Serbian stallion just galloping down the court with his slow ass.
Yeah. And we've seen you get under his skin, he goes psycho mode.
I've never seen that a day in my life. And I'm like,
yeah, that face when Lou Dort tried to stick his hip out, that man forgot where he was for a couple minutes.
I knew he had it in him when I saw the way his brothers reacted to the Morris situation.
Of course, yes.
I knew he had that dog in him.
Mm-hmm. Real contenders, in Kerm's opinion, Boston, OKC, San Antonio, Denver. Rockets are a pretty big disappointment as well.
Oh, Kevin Durant did that.
Yep.
And the Rockets never really getting a point guard did that.
They could have at least found somebody serviceable on a free agent and just to stick it out for the rest of the year. Like,
they could have went and got Bronny.
Oh God.
I think the Rocket season will come down to, a lot of people said, go get Chris Paul. Okay. People said Lonzo Ball. And then I remember Jory shared that video, that guy who rehabs with Lonzo, and talking about Lonzo says he can't play right now because his knee just hurts so much. Whatever. Like, Lonzo.
Why would you say that?
I feel like he doesn't have to say it. I think we all assume Lonzo is broken down at this point. Unfortunately. I just don't know if Lonzo's going to ever. Remember, Magic said he's going to get his number retired in LA. Yeah, I don't think he's getting retired anywhere.
Magic, that move made people hate you. and really wanted people to get really inspired, got people to conspire to get your ass up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So don't say anything.
Kerm says they could have gotten Kobe White. Ime Udoka is getting blamed. I'm glad you brought that up because there are Celtics fans who still won't give Missoula credit because they think Ime's a better coach. Tell me what Missoula's doing this year and how it's going in Houston. You tell me who the better coach is. Now, Ime's a good coach.
No, y'all got to give Joe credit. Y'all don't be giving him no credit.
I mean, I love his psycho nature. The man is crazy. They asked him the other day, what would it be like to win Coach of the Year? And he was like, it's a stupid award. I don't want it. I was like, Joe.
Really?
You're turning off voters, Joe. What are you doing? Nobody has really come for the Spurs during the regular season. Playoffs will test their mental and physical toughness. I agree with that. We will see. Because remember, the game does get physical in the postseason. We'll see if they don't rough up Wemby a little bit. Scheme's the excuse. Lonzo's going to be a sports agent.
No, he's going to be a rapper with his brother.
I heard somewhere that people said LiAngelo was on like some freshman something.
He is, and I'm not listening to that bullshit.
Like, wow. Okay. Joe Mazzulla's Coach of the Year. According to Vegas, he is, I think, third in odds right now.
He should be.
The odds-on favorite is Bickerstaff.
That's him. We saw what Detroit did last year. That's nothing new.
Tatum was supposed to be a Laker. Magic killed us. I thought the writing was on the wall. Like,
I wanted to slap the hell out of Magic Johnson when he did that shit.
Mm-hmm. Kerm, I agree. The Celtics are contenders for sure. Absolutely. Tapa says JJ Redick is Coach of the Year.
To me, he dealt with so much crap. With Rich Paul opening his mouth, LeBron doing LeBron crap, people being hurt, the injuries. He's dealt with a lot. And the fact that the Lakers are 3 in the West should be a lot.
I don't know. JJ might have just kept his job.
I mean, JJ will definitely get consideration. He should. I mean, his argument would be a valid one. I feel like it'd be tough when you look at Mazzulla dealing with no Tatum, the guys they shipped out who they replaced with people that nobody even knew, and they're still a top 2 seed in the East. But
y'all have Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, who's the guy that everybody's like, oh, I don't know if he's the number 1. I don't know if he could help this team. There's a gap here. They're tanking and all this stuff. Like,
we already knew JB was that guy in Boston.
Right, clearly, people don't pay attention. Jaylen Brown is not that type of player. He's not going to sit there and waste his time playing night in and night out just to lose. That is not who he is. Kerm says, I feel bad for JJ. It comes with the position. Lakers coach it's a high pressure job.
No, it's Lakers coach with LeBron is a high pressure position.
That's fair. That's fair.
Get that old ass bald man off my damn team. Him and his fucking offspring wasting roster spots.
Redick can't be ahead of Bickerstaff. I mean, look, I think it's probably one of the more intriguing awards, Coach of the Year. There are so many guys who could absolutely get that award. Thoughts on Jalen Green?
What'd he do?
I'm trying to think. Did he do something, or Sidon just asking like our thoughts on just Jalen Green in general? Let me see real quick.
I'm glad that he got to Phoenix and he's playing better in Phoenix, but they're still not going to amount. They're not going to amount to anything.
Oh, Jalen Green got benched in the fourth quarter of the Magic loss.
For what?
Let's see.
What'd he do? Right.
When LeBron finally leaves, JJ will start getting some color back in his.
Wait, can we applaud LeBron for letting it go? Finally, He let it go.
Jory's not giving him
he
credit.
was snapping at scalp. Well, he should have did that shit a couple of years ago.
Had the do rag and brushing. What are you brushing, sir?
3
Yeah.
years in scalp. I'm not giving that man no more credit than what he's due.
So it doesn't look like Jalen. It doesn't look like Jalen Green really did anything. The coach just said he went with a smaller lineup because they were playing better down the stretch.
No, so he's unplayable right now. I got it.
So Sajan was asking like if he did something. Seems like he didn't do anything. The coach just made a decision.
He became unplayable during that game.
He was brushing skin.
And 2 hairs. Like, I knew that brush was going across his head hurt. I'm like, stop it. Because bristles against your scalp, if you do it enough, it'll irritate it. And I'm like, I knew his scalp was red and raw from trying to be delusional.
Yeah.
He getting on my nerve. He gonna you in just a minute.
Yeah. Okay, so got NBA
Got it.
out of the way. Huh? What did you say, Jordan? Let's see. All right, so next, let's make a stop in the WNBA. First off, the expansion draft happened today. And I think what we saw from the expansion teams, they went veteran players, which makes a lot of sense. Because obviously WNBA draft, they'll get some young players, have the veteran presence there for them. Portland Fire logo, dope. Tempo logo, looks like the Pacers a little bit. That's fine. We'll see if any of them can have some Valkyrie-like success next season. But the major story, the Connecticut Sun were sold to the Fertitta family who own the Rockets. They're bringing the team back to Houston. They're going to revive the Houston Comets starting after this upcoming season. So an area that's actually big for women's sports in Connecticut will be without a team. Now, they were playing in Uncasville, Connecticut, which I'm saying nobody knows where Uncasville is. All it is Mohegan Sun Casino and a bunch of open land. Is one of the smallest markets in the league. So you understand from that point of view why they are moving. But we've also talked about before, Boston wanted them. But the plans were already in place that they wanted to get the Houston Comet kind of brand back into the league. So looking at the sale, now the New England area will be without a team for the foreseeable future because we already know the next wave of expansion. We already know those cities. Northeast isn't involved in that. How long can the league really stay out of that region when it's heavy with UConn and, Celtics and all that fan base with their interest in women's sports as well? So your thoughts on the Comets coming back and your thoughts on the WNBA leaving the Northeast region?
I think it's going to be a matter of time before Boston gets a team. Shoot, hell, Philly should have been had a team. We're not getting a team to 2030.
Mm-hmm.
So I think because the game is now becoming what it is, they're going to have to add more teams.
Yep.
I think Boston will be one to have because you already got the Celtics, UConn. So I mean, I like that Houston's back, but I think Boston eventually will get a team. Mm-hmm. So I mean, only time will tell. Like I said, the league is growing. Portland Fire came back. Toronto got a team, so it's only a matter of time before Boston gets one.
Who am I rooting for? So I'm rooting for the Sun this year. After that, I do live in Atlanta, so I guess technically I could just shift to the Dream, but we'll see. I will be a free agent after the year. I'll make my decision by then.
That's why everybody was like, "Key, what you gonna do? Still have 2 teams?" Because when I've been rocking with the Sparks since the league existed. With this over 30 years now, almost 20 plus years. I can't just give up on a team I've been rooting for 20 plus years.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely Boston, Philly, and then one in Florida. I mean,
why not?
They had a team in Orlando. I wonder if they would go back to Orlando for Florida. But like you said, I believe last season they turned a profit for the first time. So with this new deal and everything, like if they continue to be profitable and continue to grow, then yeah, they're going to have to expand out into probably some of these NBA markets or some of these big college markets. I feel like the WNBA should be in kind of the Knoxville area with Tennessee as a big college brand and everything like that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they expand after. I'm going to be a free agent this year. See, Angel Reese has calmed down for now. We'll take what we get.
What was the point in even bringing her up? What was the
I
point?
mean, yeah, we talked about her last week, and yeah.
Right.
I mean, Joy, your thoughts on the Sun move to Houston?
I think that it sucks for the New England WNBA fans. Because I think it's going to be at least 6 years before they get one. And they have to give Boston their own team. You can't just pick one up and pick another one and relocate. No. When you go to Boston, you give them their own team. Let them be the Shamrocks or something like that. And let it rock.
Yep.
I think
Kerm, no. Florida does not have a team.
Ignore the bid for Boston when they were offering more money. You took less money to bring the Comets back. Okay.
Yeah, because I think the plan was they always wanted to bring the Comets back. I think Top has said it before. Like, Comets were the first dynasty of the league, and now it's like you don't have a team. That was crazy. So that part I'm not even mad about. But they can't wait too long in giving Boston a team.
Because you can't alienate that fan
might be
base.
playing South Carolina.
That would be a market that,
Bring back the Sting.
Charlotte, yep.
Yep. My conspiracy theory was Dawn Staley played for the Sting. They bring the Sting back. Could they lure Dawn Staley to be the head coach? But the way she over there beefing with Gino, she might just stay in college just to make his life miserable.
That shit was ridiculous. That whole fiasco was nuts. Now, before every game, Dawn Staley goes and greets everybody. She greets the media. She greets the other team, all they staff. She handshakes. She does this every game. For her to say, for Gino to say, she didn't shake my hand. Yes, she did. And then he was complaining. This man was throwing cuss words on ESPN on live TV. Holly went to go interview him. He was like, this shit is crazy. What are we doing, Gino? What are we doing?
Gino forgot where he was. He was still in coach mode. We had a whole quarter. They called 6 fouls. All 6 were on us. He wanted to say what kind of bull was this, but then he
was like, they players tore my jersey. Sarah Strong tore her own damn jersey.
And ESPN was messy for that. They came back from break, and that was the first thing they showed was her ripping her own jersey. And they're like, we didn't see anything there that said a player ripped her jersey.
Who ripped whose jersey? Wait a minute.
Gino said that somebody ripped Sarah Strong's jersey and there was no call, and then they showed the video and Sarah Strong ripped her own jersey.
South Carolina, look, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Y'all know I'm the biggest South Carolina fan ever. I didn't pick them just because how UConn dominated people, but UConn got out rebounded.
South Carolina beat them up. South Carolina beat them up. That's plain and simple what they did.
That sounds like a Dawn Staley team. Yeah.
She was not playing when Gino pulled that crap either. We had to hold her back. I was like, let
She
her
was going toe to toe with them homie. Like,
go. Your bracket was better for the women than the men's. I
mine
think
was
most
too.
people. Yeah, mine was too. Anyone notice that foul language is becoming more prominent on live TV? Well, yeah, because once you put that microphone in people's face, you don't know what's coming out anymore.
Exactly. And at that point, it's FTK. They know
Mhm.
what words not to say.
Uh-oh. Texas trying to make a run. It's 26-21 now. UCLA up.
I was trying to think which one of them would be a better opponent for South Carolina, and I don't.
Texas
Like,
got
I
our
like
number.
Booker.
Texas beat us in the SEC championship
Yeah.
game.
So that might make for a good rematch if that does happen. But that one on South Carolina, was it McCare or whatever?
Mateer. Yep.
He was out there just long striding by people, and I was like, yeah, she's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a good game. The stuff afterwards
Gino
made it even better.
Yeah.
But you
Because
saw
I'm
the
like,
you saw the
my
Philly and
entire
Don come
life,
out.
Yeah, that North Philly came out of doing quick.
Philly came out of Dawn. So,
Gino's still somewhere
I
cussing
mean,
everybody.
Gino from the area too, but he ain't Philly like Dawn is.
He's in that old grumpy man stage.
No, that's that sore loser energy.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I'm
And
not
y'all
gonna
act
shake
like
your
that.
hand. You're not my friend. I don't care. Get out of here.
He did it with Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gino has his
Retro
rivals.
Soul.
I mean, Pat would get heated too. Pat didn't play either.
Nope, Pat Summit ain't play no games either.
Yeah. UConn got a lot of hype. I mean, UConn is a good team. It's just that they were not ready for that South Carolina pressure.
Mm-mm. See, in the SEC, Gino, it means a little bit more.
I mean, we might be headed towards South Carolina, Texas, all SEC final. Dawn is going to be the next Pat. I mean, she's already kind of up there.
Yep.
Gino does this all the time. So we already know this is who Gino is. But yeah, I knew from that mid-game interview that if they lost, he was not going to be happy.
You kind of you could
Yo,
tell.
he was pissed.
He was already right. That man was ripe. When I say ripe, I'm like, come on now.
Billy Donovan could go to UNC. I have heard his name come up for that job. I mean,
I
he
don't
might.
think Bulls fans would mind Billy Donovan leaving.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, and Billy Donovan had success as a college coach.
They wouldn't mind Billy Donovan leaving.
Right, but then Bulls fans would worry who would be the person they hire after Billy Donovan. They did hire Billy Donovan to start with.
True.
I know a certain Bulls fan that wouldn't be mad that Donovan left.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. I guess other WNBA news we kind of know. Asia Wilson said she's not leaving. Kind of knew that.
1 + 1 is 2.
Yeah, Brianna Stewart said she's not leaving, so I
2
think a
+
lot of
2
the
is
top
4.
players, a lot of the top players will stick with their teams.
I think Enrique goes because the Wings are going to draft Easy Fudge.
If I'm Dallas, look, I know a lot of people love Enrique because of, I guess, the shot she made against UConn in her tournament run.
Notre Dame days, yep.
Yeah, I guess I'm not as high on Enrique as a lot of people are. So if I'm Dallas, I don't know if I would tie myself down to her for the next few years. I think she has to go to the right situation, obviously, like most players do. And I think in Dallas they wanted her to be the number one and be that person to take them. I don't think she's that. I think she's a complimentary player. So if she can go somewhere that has a established star and she can play off of them, she might be better off. I give AZ Fudd credit too. If I give AZ Fudd, she's constantly moving. She's got a quick shot. Like, I think she'll be all right.
And then you got the boos playing with each other. You gonna bring Paige's girlfriend on? Come on, they're about to start balling.
And I know who will have a problem with that. Jason Whitlock.
That fat bastard.
Fuck him.
Which, I mean, let's just transition in the final burn because Whitlock was going to be a part of it. So let's start there. If you don't follow, well, I'm not follow because I don't follow him either. But if you don't see Whitlock's stuff, he's having himself a week. He's gone at AZ Fudd, talking about she's only more popular than Caitlin Clark because she's with Paige. That's wild. He had something to say about Jalen Hurts. He's blaming the women representation around him for why Hurts is getting all this hate right now and why he's playing the way he's playing. So I know, Jory, you wanted to, go in on him. I will give you the floor.
Right, first of all, this fat bitch over here always hating on women. Can't get one. Got a lipping stick. Oh, marshmallow shaped motherfucker. You always got some bullshit to say. He always got something to say.
Not just women.
No sense.
Black men. He attacks black men every day.
But Hurts has an all female staff.
Yep.
His agent is a female. His publicist, like, he has an all women like staff, and he's like, oh well, because
and they're all black women.
Yeah.
That man don't like women. He don't like anything black. He hates himself. He's a damn coon.
That's Uncle Ruckus.
He a fat ass raccoon, and he need to lay off the damn trash so he can stop spewing garbage. You Grinch looking ass mug. Like,
not Shaq at the free throw line.
I read some of the videos, like, sitting there talking about, like, glowingly of Tucker Carlson. He's like, this guy could be the next president of the United States. I was like, shut your dumb behind up.
He has chiclet teeth, and that's why he always sounds like he's finna spit.
I don't know how Cam even got him on this. Like, why would you want to do that to yourself?
And I'm gonna get on Cam's stupid ass.
Cam's not the brightest bulb either.
We already know that. That man got an IQ of -70. Smooth brain, ignoramus. Like, give me a break. This man over here just spewing anything anti-black, anti-woman, because you can't get anything black or a woman. Yep. Lay off the donuts. Go touch grass. Actually, go for a run. Go do that. Go to the gym. Go do that. Go get in society. Go actually interact with people. You're chronically online. You do nothing but spew vitriol into a goddamn phone or camera all day. You're lonely. You're miserable. All you want to do is hate. You backwards ass. Yeah. Why are you always hating on black men and black people in general, and definitely women? Because you can't get one. You can't get one to lay with you.
It pays his bills. He's attached himself to this administration. He's a big fan. So now to be profitable, that's what he has to talk about. Newsflash:
you'd bake it. If anybody were to get in the bed with that man, that motherfucker would go through the damn roof.
Hurts has one bad season. Now it's the women around him. Josh Allen has a bad season. Oh, it's the players around him. Trust me, there will be some who will make the connection between Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld pretty soon. They're waiting for that one.
Like Ravens fans did with Taylor Swift.
Yep.
That shit was hilarious. I'm like, I know we're not gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over it. I'm over Whitlock. I like if somebody were to just duct tape his mouth shut and hijack his Wi-Fi, I'd be so happy. Actually, you know what? I'd go to this house. I'd steal all his damn plates, his forks, actually the spoons, so he can eat. He can eat cereal. You can't eat cereal with a fork.
I mean,
Go dump like 10 gallons of bags of rubber bands and cut the damn thing off the damn vacuum cleaner. Good luck. That'll be enough exercise picking all that shit up off the floor. You idiot.
yeah, that's what he says. He's fearless.
Who's fearless? You
That's a
scare
Whitlock.
people with the. He just look at people and he's scary. He look like a damn blob. He get on my damn nerve. You're fearless. Yeah, you're fearless behind a phone.
Right.
Everybody fearless behind a phone. Cause can't nobody come get you. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
tough.
Yeah. Get him and Stephen A in the ring. We saw Stephen A's boxing skills.
Oh boy. I'd actually pay to see that.
I still see that video every once in a while, but it's still hilarious to me.
I'd pay to see that. Yeah,
I guess.
he
Yeah.
disgusts me.
Yeah. I can't stand his content.
And the next person that just Cam. Man, when I saw Charles Barkley try to swing that damn club, I'm like, oh my god. How do you freeze mid swing? It
He
is
said
one fluid motion.
the weight loss has helped the swing.
Okay. He still ain't no good. I know that. Next, speaking of Mr. Cam, sir, I need you to stop getting on these damn podcasts with these women and stop making yourself look like an idiot.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, Angela Simmons was on, he had an interview with Angela Simmons, and she told him he gave her the ick and that she had met him through a mutual friend. This dumbass, smooth brain idiot asked, so do we share said mutual friend?
Yeah.
I'm like, huh? I would have just asked him, repeat that question for me. Do we share the mutual friend?
Wouldn't be mutual if you didn't.
Do you know what the word mutual is?
The
No,
same together.
he don't know that shit. He thinks eclectic starts with an N. What are we talking about? He was one of those children that should have been left behind, but because he's an athlete, he got passed forward.
Mm-hmm.
He like every time you talk to a woman, you look like an idiot. Or you start talking in theoreticals, you sound like an idiot. Anytime you talk to somebody who you feel like you're inferior than, you're some more superior than, you sound like a fucking idiot. You make the entire state of Georgia look terrible with your nonsense spewing ass, with your inability to just know the basic stuff. What do you mean eclectic starts with an N? How do you not know at your big age what the word mutual don't mean? What the word mutual means?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get on here and you talk at these women and you talk about women like you just have that. You're Rico Suave. Clearly, it's because you got muscles and it has nothing to do with your damn brain, dumbass. It has everything to do with the muscles. Because you're not that smart. Actually, you're not smart at all. I can't stand that type of stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
Certain stupid shit I can deal with. His I can't, because he puts it on full display willingly. So I'm like, do you have a humiliation kink or something? Do you just like being made to feel stupid? Is that your fetish? Like what? Because he keep doing it. And then you know that Stephen A got you a job at ESPN, and you're gonna sit here and try to interview the man that hates his guts, keeps disrespecting him and disparaging him. That
Mm-hmm.
ain't tea. You are op now. If I'm Stephen A, I'm like, oh, word. And I'm watching how I deal with you. You know damn well I don't respect that man. That man don't respect me. So why, if you're gonna interview him, why ask about me? Bare minimum. You messy ass man. All these podcasting ass athletes messy.
Yep.
Y'all need to get a reality show and just fight it out at this point.
Not even gonna hold y'all. I like how they how they added Joe Johnson.
I love that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really nice
Check
addition.
Yeah.
And that's the less messy one. The least one.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Shannon messy too, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Right.
And why is it that some of the messiest people is a man? And they get on women about being catty and messy. I think y'all a little worse.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I don't
think
have an
about
answer.
it. Oh, and this is the next one. Rashad McCants.
He.
You stupid what Michael Vick is not on the same planet as Tom Brady. Let's make this clear.
Yeah.
So for Rashad McCants to get on this internet and say that Michael Vick is better than Tom Brady, it's horse. How stupid are you? Because Mike Vick grew the game more than Brady did. No, the fuck he didn't. What the fuck are you talking about? Brady's been in the game since Brady was drafted like a couple of months after I was born.
Mm-hmm.
He played my entire formative years, and he retired when I graduated high school. He
Yeah.
grew the game. He got rules changed in the game. He changed the way the game was officiated and stuff like that. Tom Brady did that shit. Not Mike Vick might have helped a little bit with his stuff, but he also fucked himself up.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I assume McCants was talking like pop culturally, because yes, Mike Vick was a bigger pop culture
No,
guy. But hearing you talking about it, because I heard a little bit of what McCants said, but yeah.
because ain't no way in hell you think Vic is better than Brady at
Right.
all. Not the
Yeah.
way they go in the game, not how they stopped on the field, none of that. And if there's Falcons fans that are listening, I'm gonna need y'all to let Mike Vick go.
Uh,
Sorry,
he's he's their pride and joy.
because y'all with this fixation with Mike Vick. Y'all never really gave Matt Ryan a chance until it was too fucking late.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were crying for Matt Ryan when the Falcons screwed him over. When all y'all did was call him Matt Noodle Arm Matt and Matty Fluff.
Yep.
Now look
All
at
right.
you. You own quarterback number 6 in 5 years. God damn it. You look like the Colts.
Yeah.
Like, Rashad McCants, stop talking about football. Thank you. Yeah, that's about it. Because we already got on the people who want to blame Jaden Ivey mama.
Yeah.
Oh, the Browns and their quarterback situation. How many goddamn quarterbacks do y'all need?
UCLA up 10 with 8:30 left.
They only need one quarterback. Shador Sanders.
Like, they getting on my nerve with this quarterback shit. I'm like, bro, y'all should be banned from drafting quarterbacks at this point.
Just for
Banned.
entertainment value, I want them to draft a quarterback in like the first or second round just to see how the city just implodes.
I would not wish Cleveland on Ty Simpson at all.
It seems like Ty Simpson's destined for the Jets.
That's worse.
Because everybody thinks the Jets are going to trade up into the bottom of the first round to get him. Browns are like Oscar the Grouch. Yeah, Talbot does have a good, like, the same way people view Vic, they kind of view Lamar now. Like, Lamar is a big deal in black community and everything because he's a
And that's
black
exactly why
quarterback
I
and
don't talk
everything.
with everybody about Lamar, because
Yeah.
they have that hyper attachment to
Mhm.
Lamar. And if you attack him, you're a coon, you're a sellout. And I'm like, I'm not none of that shit. Lamar is overrated, and I feel the way that I feel because he hasn't done shit with the talent that he has.
Yes. Yeah. I
But
mean,
win two
but yeah,
MVPs
yes.
and
But there's
lose
been,
in the divisional and
there's
in the
been,
AFC Championship game. Lose there too.
yeah, there's been athletes who kind of cross over into that. Like AI. AI is a perfect example. AI was huge in the community. Now AI also delivered on the court, so there is that. But every so often, there's those athletes that come around. I mean, they called it the Mike Vick experience and everything like that. It was a party for Atlanta with Mike Vick on the field. Might not get you to the Super Bowl, but they had fun in the arena.
I'm like, I'm over it. But that's all I have for my final burn.
Okay, I just had a quick one. Isaiah Thomas. For you to be bold enough to say if you swapped out Kevin Durant and Michael Jordan, the Bulls would have won. I think he said the same amount, if not more.
He said
This
that shit.
he absolutely did. Yeah. Well, we know Isaiah doesn't get along with Michael Jordan. That's
He's so freaking bitter.
well, you know, well, it's his thing. He's still mad he
Like,
wasn't on the dream team.
these old ass basketball players like Scotty and like Scotty Pippen
Scotty's
and
just jealous that
yeah,
Michael Jordan got all the yeah. That's
Scotty's
evident.
jealous and Isaiah's bitter because of the dream team and a couple of other situations. Let it go. Get over it. Y'all are old as hell. Quit saying fanatical nonsense because you want to hate on Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, we all know, and especially when it's so bad and egregious, where we already know what place that's coming from. You not
Mhm.
doing nothing but making yourself look stupid, my guy.
Do we finish the list of NBA players that are dramatic like KD and LeBron? No, we did not. Only because
Chris
kind of
Bosh.
like I said, we started late. We'll head back into that next week. So next week we will talk about James Harden because that's the next one we have. Jordan is the guy. Look, I'm with you. Yeah. We'll continue that next week with Harden. Mine was Isaiah Thomas was the only one I had because the way that you still holding that grudge all these years, and to say KD would have won 6 titles if you swapped him with Jordan, no, he wouldn't, because KD would have found. If you're gonna tell me the same way that Jordan controlled Dennis Rodman, you think KD could have done that? Not
Hell
a.
no.
So that right there, you're not winning 6.
And question: when was the Dream Team? Was it 93 or 98?
Oh God, 93.
Okay, so you got 1993, you got 2003, you got 2013, you got 2023. How many years is that? And it's
Oh, Dream Team was 92.
2026.
Sorry, it was 92. I was a year off.
92. You
Yeah.
got 2002, 2012, 2022. We're in 2026.
Yep. He's not gonna let it go.
It's been 34 years.
But part of it is Isaiah Thomas views that as like the moment a lot of hate came his way, even though I think there's other reasons that people hated Isaiah Thomas, but like, yeah, it's a whole thing.
Now I see why people hate him, because he's bitter.
I mean, he was a great player. He feels like he doesn't get the recognition he deserves.
No, stop being bitter towards people who are just better than you.
Can someone tell Acha that no one acknowledges him as the best linebacker that came from the 2012 class?
So I purposefully ignored him this
Yeah.
week, because that would have made it.
Most people don't even know he played in the NFL.
I know him because he was on the Eagles.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. There's generations of NFL fans. If you said, "Who is Emmanuel Acho?" they would just say he's that podcaster. And if you were like, "He actually played in the NFL," they probably think you're lying to them.
Yeah, because all he did was fart. So,
as they say, he had a cup of coffee in the NFL. Okay,
that's all he did.
Yeah, exactly. Key, you have a burn for this week? It probably would have just been Gino, because
Yeah, because he showed his whole ass.
That was so funny.
I'm like, come on, Gino. At some point,
poor Don's blood pressure was raising. He was getting all red.
Because he's a sore loser.
Yeah. Yes, he does have a brother. And
Sam.
Sam Acho, he do college though, don't he?
Yeah. He probably, doesn't have the ego because he's not as big as Emmanuel, but yeah, he's just a college guy.
His teeth big too. Both of them got big teeth.
Yeah. They can't help it. Key, did you ever burn?
No, I didn't really have a burn. It was just I hate the media. Got my boy talking about his ass like he did something bad and he hasn't. I didn't appreciate Jason, the fat bastard. I didn't appreciate his words, but he didn't say it. So, Gino, you get on my burn list because the bullshit you pulled today. Gonna say Dawn Staley ain't shake your hand at the beginning of the game. I don't want to hear that. You just mad because you got out coached and outplayed. Point blank. Period.
Yeah. Actually, before we get out of here, Chopper did ask this question. I completely missed it. Who do we have as competition for the Aces?
Who who took them down to the brink? Like who they say last year?
Was it the Lynx?
It was Minnesota.
Yes.
I'm gonna still say Minnesota. Look, until they don't got that walking bucket Nafisa Collier on their team, I'm gonna say Minnesota. Minnesota.
I know who is not. Chicago.
Yeah, they need a point guard.
I'll say the Liberty. Just to throw a different team out there. Stewie's back. They'll still be in the conversation. But, do I like UConn too or just BC? BC. I respect UConn. I was a big Kemba Walker fan when he was at UConn. Cardiac Kemba. But yeah, I'm a BC fan. All right, well, that's all we got for you. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. It was another fun show. Obviously, you guys had a lot to do with that. Make sure you check out the other shows on the network. Make sure you're back there next week Friday for more from us. Jory, you got anything you want to add before we get out here?
Mm-mm.
All right, Keith?
Nothing. It's possible I may be back next week, so.
All right, there you go. So, all of you, enjoy the rest of your weekend, your week, and make sure you're back here next week for another edition of Passion and Precision. We are out of here. Good night.
Drop dubs, hit routes, so yeah, we on the move. From the paint to the pocket, got nothing to prove. Precision in the pass, rhythm in the run. Every play, every day, till the work is done. Yeah. Step on the field, I'm reading the D. Eyes wide open, ain't fooling me. Pump fake sidestep, I'm breaking the press from baseline to sideline. I'm bringing my best, snap back, quick glance. I'm calling the play, hoop dreams and touchdowns. I'm making my way, no look behind the back. Fred in the scene, every angle, every shout. I'm chasing a dream. Drop times, hit routes in the deep, no doubt. From the field to the hardwood, hear the crowd shout. Pass it, dish it, through traffic. We find